Hi, and welcome to GoUpstate.com's Friday Night Preview. I'm back. This is Ashlei Stevens here with Herald-Journal sports writer Jason Gilmer. Believe it or not, this is it. This is the final game of the regular season for 4A teams and the first round of playoffs for everyone else. Is that right, Jason?
That's exactly right.
Well, listen, the postseason is here, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Tell me who's in so far, who they're playing, and what you think each team's chances are tonight.
Well, there's a lot of teams in right now. We'll start in 3A. Union County's in. They're playing BHP. They're at home in Union County. I think it'll be a good game for the Yellow Jackets to come out and get a win. This is a BHP team that is beatable. I think Union County gets the victory and moves on to the second round. And then you look at the 2A region that we have, where 4 local teams from Spartanburg County made it into the playoffs. Broome has the toughest challenge. They go to number 1 Abbeville. That's going to be a hard game for them to win. And then Chesney goes on the road to Pendleton in a very winnable ball game. Woodruff is at home against Palmetto, and Chapman is at home against West Oak, which I think both of those teams should roll. And then in 1A, Landrum goes on the road to Ware Shoals, which is a very tough game.
That's going to be a tough one, Jason. Well, now the Spartanburg-Gaffney game should be a good one. That's a big rivalry, right?
Yeah, it's a very big rivalry. These two teams usually play the last game of the season when they're in the regions together, and I think fans really enjoy that because you end the season on a high note with a very good game between two good ball teams.
Good. Now, Burns had a hard-fought win last week, but what happened against Malden, and how did the Rebels respond, Jason?
Well, I think maybe Burns was just kind of looking past Malden a little bit, knowing that they had just come off a big win against Gaffney, and then we're getting ready to kind of go into postseason play next week. I think they come back with a vengeance. They're playing Bowling Springs. I think the Burns offense that we've seen recently kind of shows back up.
Okay. Now, the all-star football teams have already been named. Tell us about some of the local players who have been picked.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids in the Shrine Bowl and the North-South game. The North-South teams were just picked this week, and we had a lot of guys in there. If you're looking around, Burns got 2 kids in Curtis Thompson and Randall Hawkins. Dorman got 1 in Jeremy Smith. Gaffney got 2 kids in David Dewberry and Johnny Woods. And then Union County got 1 in Marcus Lott. So we've got a lot of different variety of teams that are in there. And so they should be good when they go down to Myrtle Beach and get to play in that game.
Good. Sounds like we've got a lot of good variety
there.
Yes, we do. Now, Jason, you talked about this earlier this week in your blog, but it looks like a few local players didn't get the all-star berth that you thought they should have. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. When I see talent in this area, I see a lot of kids that I can think could play at the all-star level because I've seen them play. Right. And I think the 3 main ones that I saw that didn't get named is Union County tailback Marcus Whitener, who has about 1,400 rushing yards, Dorman tailback Christian Graham, who has about 1,200 rushing yards, and then Vernon Murphy from Chesney, who, talking to other coaches, they say he's the best wide receiver in the state. He's averaging 110 yards per game receiving. So I think those 3 got snubbed. Oh, man.
Well, listen, Jason, tonight may be the last game that Doc Davis coaches at Spartanburg High School. How do you think Coach Davis will be remembered?
I think he'll be remembered as a coach who did it with integrity and with consistency. And I think the big thing that people will really key on is he was 5-0 in state championship games. When he got to Columbia, he won. So I think that's the big thing for people.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to see. And, of course, Jason, it's been an action-packed season thus far. We've got several more weeks to go. Again, this is Ashlei Stevens, and this is Herald-Journal sports writer Jason Gilmer. And you just tuned in to GoUpstate.com's Friday Night Preview. Stay tuned.